Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to my quick look at Salt and Sanctuary by Ska Studios, makers of the Dishwasher series and Charlie Murder. If you've never gotten to see one of their games in action, they have this nice, hand-drawn, really recognizable, distinct art style that looks like a grungy painting. Salt and Sanctuary is a 2D action RPG in the vein of Dark Souls. So you know right away that I'm excited about this. And it's not just paying lip service to the inspiration. Specific controls, mechanics, systems, tone, a lot of the stuff is going to seem more than a little bit familiar. So this was making its rounds on the con circuit. And I got to play it a little bit, a slice of the game from somewhere in the middle. And I felt like it's a really in-depth brawler, more than it is kind of like that deliberate focused Souls game that I was looking for. But it kind of comes into its own in that way. Like, the design and the combat is solid, so whether or not it successfully emulates this other thing that I like is beside the point. I still wound up kind of liking what it turned out to be. So this is my first time getting hands-on with the full release of it. Like, just from character creation, you could see, like, exactly what it's lifting from the thing that it takes so much inspiration from. There's gonna be a lot more of that. This character is ugly as sin. He looks like a fucking frog man. There's no real way to change that. Like, you can put a different toupee on him. Ooh, okay. Different regions, different skin tones. Okay, this is the meat and potatoes. So look at that Bloodborne hunter. The paupers, like the waste of skin, or the... Yeah. Oh, the chef and his little flap. Hold on. Like, there's a chef class that uses a skillet. Yeah, you can make the cloth physics freak out a tiny bit. Okay. No. I know what I'm going for. This looks too sick. If only that mace was a flail or something, it would be my Diablo 2 paladin. So we even get starting gifts. I don't know what any of these do. There's no description or anything. So I'm gonna go for a ring because I at least kind of have an idea in my head of what that'll do for me. I don't know what bonuses they'll provide, but... This world has known war for centuries, but peace is finally preciously near. We deliver the princess to the kingdom across the sea where a marriage alliance would save us all. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. Okay, so right off the bat, that's a premise I don't see super often in games, or at least not an angle of it. So our controls, that roll is really heavy. Our controls are straight up Souls. That is not, though. That's a nice little combo. That's a good feeling one, too. So red bar, health. Blue bar, stamina. You know, it's not super complicated. Let's see. I think I'm going to take off something. Let's take off the gauntlets and the greaves. Much better. Much faster and further moving roll. Can't get up there. Let's see, we have our block and we have our parry too. Oh, I thought this guy was hostile. We've been boarded in the night. I want to kidnap our lady. Ooh, hey. Those are juicy hits. And if we tap L1, we switch from sword and board, or mace and shield, to two-handing the mace. Man, that combo feels great. Oh man. Yeah, hold on, I can't quite hit him. The attack's going like right through him. What's up with that? Okay, no, we're bypassing that. Yeah, it definitely feels like a really in-depth brawler, like I was saying. Oh shit! The unspeakable deep? Is that where we're going? Okay. This is sick. It is just Cthulhu. And yeah, that's. Oof. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. I awoke to the sounds of waves washing on rock, and I knew I was alive. I must find the princess. Okay, so this just turns into rescue Princess Peach. I'm good with this. So of course, the boss of the tutorial can probably kill it for some kind of nice reward, but that's a great line. You're just a fleshy bit of flotsam washed ashore with the rest of us. What is sanctuary without faith? Just an empty sanctuary up the beach. You can claim it for your creed. Do you keep the new gods? Sure. The king, the knight, and the judge are the three deities. The king lends wisdom to men who lead, the knight protects warriors in combat, and the judge guides those who maintain order. Are you a follower of the three? Yeah, sure. So, one thing that I know in game, and Creed seems to be coded language for it, there are covenants. Shipwrecked sailors, I see men drown, I see men survive. Perhaps the island is cursed. We're not going to dig too deep into lore and story dumps and stuff, because again, this is a quick look, but I definitely want to get a feel for the tone and the world building going on here. A quest goes a long way to keeping the madness at bay. Maybe that's all this is. We need a sense of purpose, so we've been granted one in the most generic rescue the princess way possible. You can even read into that as kind of a meta commentary if you want. Even the most gameplay focused games have this thin veneer of story just to lend structure. Like even Mario has a story, quote unquote. It's interesting that I'm uncorking something and actually taking those bottles with me, even though they're set up like messages to guide me, just like the developer messages in Souls games that teach you the controls. Okay, so this one increases salt obtained from enemies and regenerate HP. So the one on the right, the one that gives me more salt when I kill enemies, that's the one that's my starting gift that I picked. So at least I know what that does now. It's the covetous serpent ring. Oh, the textiles of the three deities. What was it, the king, the knight, and the judge? I'm already kind of liking what they're going for with the world building. I'm liking a lot of the language they're using. It's definitely written in a style that appeals to me. I'm eager to get out of this area, though. I'm assuming it's as desaturated as it is, because this is supposed to be kind of our hub or our nexus. I know this opens up into more of a Metroidvania. I know, I saw the circle prompt. We can drop down here. That does not appear to be a thing, though, unless that opens from the other side. Man, these hits just feel crunchy and juicy and good. And just that super basic launcher combo. The light into the heavy in the air. Quite nice. The festering banquet. Ooh. Yeah, definitely language is appealing to me. God, that combo's like comboing into high time. I feel like as the combat opens up down the line, there's gonna be some really cool stuff you can do. I already got kind of a preview of it, because I definitely played a section way further in than this at a couple different cons. And there is some nifty stuff you can do. The palette is a little bit more desaturated than I would have expected. Their games are usually a little bit more colorful. I understand what they're going for with the tone of the game, reflecting that in the color palette, but even now that we're in kind of a different environment or interior environment, still a little washed out, a little more than it could stand to be. Yeah, that's a good feeling. Okay, so salt appears to be the equivalent of souls, but we're also getting gold, so it's not just straight up lifting the soul as XP and currency mechanic or system. Oh god, and you drop down like a helm breaker. It's a really good feeling. Ooh, dogs. Actually, you know what? The environment being desaturated like this wouldn't be so bad if the enemies popped out a little bit. But there's not a lot of contrast is the problem. And it's hard to tell this early on how much of that criticism is fair and how much of it is just premature. Because we did get a look at kind of a different area in the form of that ship in the beginning, the tutorial area with the tutorial boss. And it definitely had a very different feel and tone going for it, complete with an entirely different color palette. When it hits up top too, like the feeling of just splattering an enemy with a heavy attack is fucking fantastic. Visceral, just in every sense. Yeah! Finish him off on his knees. Jump. Was that telling me to jump? No, this one's saying jump is death. Nope. That's a little glitchy looking. This is even following the ethos of no music in the overworld, or in an individual level, to increase that sense of isolation and solitude. I talked about that in Dark Souls before, and I recently brought it up again in the Kingsfield Let's Play. Okay, so let's check some of this stuff out. I saw something that I picked up that was like a grenade. Bundle of salt. That looks like souls, but there's no use command from the inventory unless I have to equip it and then use it outside of the menu, which would be a little bit odd. Let's try that. Yeah, it just increases my salt. At least the animation's pretty quick. Granado. Yeah, let's see how this works out. Pretty well. Yeah, perfect. So this is riding a middle ground between like the plodding, deliberate, slow pace of Dark Souls and kind of a more rapid pace of a traditional brawler or a Metroidvania or something like that. It's actually, you know what? No, that's not true. It's actually a lot closer to a Metroidvania pacing Man, a more apt comparison might be a cross between Dishwasher, Symphony of the Night, and Dark Souls. It's kind of like a blending of all of those. But then again, you know, whenever you describe a game purely in relation to another, it does kind of a disservice to what it is, what the game itself is going for. But it does blend those elements. I can't level up at this. I figured it would be like my bonfire. But yeah, it's definitely blending elements of all of those. Try jump. Okay, we've established that there's fall damage. Also, I figured that was a developer note, not one left by a player. Ooh, what's this? He resurrected me at the cost of my fucking gold. At least I died nice and close to where that sanctuary was. Yeah, I didn't... Don't know why I didn't anticipate player notes. Figures. Okay, it's fine. Because we haven't seen anything else like bloodstains or phantoms. This engine can even handle that. Okay, we've gone down all the way. We opened that shortcut up. Does this do a glass bottle? Okay, no. We'll take a look at that later. Is there anything I don't really want? So the light vessel just looks like another, kind of like a firebomb, a lobbed projectile. Bring flame. Yeah, this is a boss arena. The Sodden Night. Ooh! Good ass adjective. Okay, that's what you're all about. It's a great knife. What's this? Ooh! Spark mandrill. Okay, so far not bad. Is he gonna get like a desperation attack? Or change phases? Or, oh fuck. I got caught in his hitbox and I couldn't roll through it. Ooh, he's starting to combo his stuff together. That's his deal now. Oh shit. Okay, I see how that could be dangerous. If I jumped forward to dodge over that, he would have swatted me out of the air. Oh, as time goes on, he gets combos. He uses the same moves as before, but now he combos them together. Okay. Oh! Yo, this got bad. All of a sudden. Bad for me. Okay, yeah, I had to finish that. Because if I had rolled through too early, he would have turned around and just comboed the shit out of me. Oh, that's fun. Not necessarily the hitboxes, but the collision seems a little janky. Also, I can't find the soul. Is that the sun or the ashen soul? Or salt? It's a shame, I would have loved to read that description. Let's get our flasks back at least. We also have these red shards, which I guess just provide a tiny chunk of health or a tiny bit of regeneration. As opposed to the big heal of the flask. Okay, you're friendly. Greetings. Do you have a quest? Everyone's really interested in making sure I have a quest. Yeah, sure, you look like a cool guy. My quest is to invade that castle to the east, defeat its guardian, and slay the dragon. Castles must be invaded and dragons must be slain, mustn't they? Getting in is a different story. I would be really excited to learn whether or not the NPCs in this have agency, which is something that's kind of been lacking since Dark Souls. Desaturated or not, this art is really good. Oh, come on. That must have been the problem. I'm doing that a lot. Stammering a lot for some reason. Yeah, that's the problem I was having earlier on the ship. Is I guess the mace has a sweet spot where if you hit too close to an enemy, you're just hitting with the handle. And it's not doing any damage, it's going right through. But if you hit with the actual spiked ball part of the mace, the blunt part... Okay, I thought that guy was just gonna wreck my shit immediately. He's lingering in a spot that's hard to deal with, though. Yeah, the mace has a sweet spot to it. Where is this leading out to? Oh! Oh, and the bats poison you. I think that's what that is. Oh, it's that door! Yeah! And back to the sanctuary. Cool! Item bonus to Sanctuary region. Grant attack bonus to Sanctuary region. Gold drop bonus. Okay, that's nifty. Offerings. I think for now, I'm gonna save my... Oh, hey! Is that another player? Like a phantom? Must have been, yeah. Holy shit. Look at all... Oh my god. That's intimidating. That's really intimidating. It's a sphere grid. A really complex looking sphere grid. Yeah. More potions can't be bad. Again, I might just save up for when I'm not pressed for time. I want to keep this moving and not just spend like a ton of time staring at that and taking a long time to make my decisions like I would normally like to. So we're just gonna move on. Oh, maybe I can make it. Just gonna try to get back out the other side. Yeah, all that seems to be is completing another loop of the shortcut. Oh. Oh, hey! Yeah, you stuck with it. Fuck. Stop hanging out there. Okay, yeah. Stay right there. Don't go into the floor or the ceiling. Good. Trinkets to sell. Oh, my merchant. Anything cool? Not really. Nothing I'm too into. Some of these NPCs need to be shown Cthulhu. It's gonna blow their goddamn minds. The king, the knight, the judge, the deep one. Hey, new sanctuary. A more forward-facing one. Take the oath of Devara's light. You will denounce the three and become an apostate. That sounds a little bit threatening. Like, if I become an apostate, will I get hunted by followers of the three? You've heard of the goddess Devara? Okay, they're taught religious tolerance. You pray to her at the earthen vessel. The water she pours will cleanse the shadows from your heart. That's hinting at some kind of covenant bonus, but I'm not exactly sure what that's implying. Man, I'm super into this. This seems pretty in-depth. Are they just gonna keep spawning out of this corpse pit? having a problem with them. Yeah, it seems like they're just gonna keep spawning. Like every time I kill one, more spawn in from the pit, or the pile of corpses, rather. Alright, we're gonna try and get past them. Ooh, that might have been a bad idea. Dogs have a grab attack. Holy fuck, I got juggled. Okay, yeah, that's the first legit death. So that's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna go and go burn an afternoon playing this. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.